Hello there, welcome back to the Star Wars What If reaction. Today, we'll be reacting to what if the Mortis gods revealed themselves to the galaxy, created by Fantasy Folklore. Be sure to check them out, the links in the description. Now, let me give you a quick backstory to why we're reacting to Fantasy Folklore today. As you know, we usually react to the Star Wars Galaxy and Petty Patrol Star Wars, but today that changes. I've actually reacted to one of Fantasy Folklore's What Ifs before and remembered it being really good. A few days ago, I was live streaming on YouTube and Fantasy Folklore himself showed up. He asked me why I hadn't reacted to more of his content and was asking around for some other things as well. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure why I haven't reacted to his videos, as I am a fan of himself. So today, we'll be reacting to one of his what ifs and we will see what he truly has to offer. And Fantasy Folklore, if you ever need a voice actor for any of your what ifs, hit me up. I'm the guy. Anyway, let's get right in.
Let's start today's story on Mortis during the Clone Wars. A few weeks prior to Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka arriving on Mortis, the daughter visits the father and discusses how she senses the rising darkness in the galaxy. She demands they intervene to rescue the galaxy.
But aren't they supposed to not intervene because they're supposed to, you know, keep the balance? They can't actually intervene, so interesting.
From the highest dark side presence since the age of old, when they lived as mortals. The father is inclined to agree, but as they discuss this, the son appears and begs his father to reconsider. The son believes the light side has ruled for over 1,000 years. It's time to give the dark side its moment, but the daughter counters, arguing,
I'm interested if Kenobi, Skywalker, and Ahsoka are still going to show up on Mortis.
The dark side should never be allowed to rule. The two engage in a fight that the father feels that he has seen 1,000 times. The daughter uses her light powers to beat the son, whilst he fires red lightning towards her. It only ends when the father raises his finger, screaming for silence. He has the power to subdue his children, but if they are left uncontrolled, it would be dangerous for the entire galaxy. The father exclaims that they will return to the known galaxy and warn the Republic of the rising darkness.
Now here's the thing, the Senate are a bunch of not very intelligent people, so they're gonna show up and they're probably gonna think these guys are like some kind of joke because, you know, the Senate doesn't know much of the Force, you know, like Sith. They don't know what Sith is, right? So it's gonna be very interesting. Also, Palpatine, like, what's? Oh, this is going to be insane.
It is the only way to save them before billions of people are murdered. The son is upset by this, but he knows that he must listen to his father. They leave at once, exiting Mortis and traveling towards the core world of the Republic, Coruscant. The father contacts the Jedi Council and asks to have a...
He contacts... No! This is... Like, how are they gonna react to this?
Meeting with them. He didn't claim to be the father or a god of the Force. He knew it had been many years and no one would know who he was. He would wait and tell them in person. The council welcomes the gods to the council chambers. But then so much darkness and hatred was expelled from the sun that Windu stood.
Yeah, they're gonna feel... Because, you know, he is the dark side. He is the god of the dark side, so...
And ignited his saber, fearing the worst. But as the father marched in behind them, he asked the Jedi to calm themselves. They aren't here to cause harm. Yoda told Windu to sit down. He knew there was something different about these beings. They were ethereal, almost like they were from a distant galaxy. Yoda welcomed the gods, asking them to introduce themselves. Windu had placed his hand over the hilt of his lightsaber, watching cautiously. The father introduces them as the Mortis gods. Yoda immediately held his chin. He had been around
for like, I've heard of this.
Centuries, and through his expanded studies, he had heard tales of these beings. The Mortis gods, also known as the Ones, or the gods of the Force. He knew they were significantly powerful. Everyone didn't know what to think. It was impossible that the gods of the Force were standing before them.
Well, actually, show them what you can do, because the father literally knows how to fly. Like, he can fly, and he's so incredibly powerful in the Force. Oh shit.
Ignite your imagination with fantasy sabers. The father explains their history to the...
Whoa, that was a cool ad, I'll tell you that. That's some good lightsaber advertising by a fantasy.
The Jedi. But this didn't mean much to them. Windu asked what they were doing here. The father explains that there is rising darkness in the galaxy, and they fear the outcome of the Clone War will change the balance of power, and they have decided to intervene to stop the people of the galaxy from undergoing torment for the next few centuries. The son was visibly upset when the father explained this. Yoda asked what he was proposing, to which the ones offered to help them in the Clone Wars. Over the next few
are they gonna fight in the war or something? Cause that's insane.
Centuries, the ones go into various battles across the galaxy and assist the Republic. Their presence in the war completely changed the tide.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way to kill them in this war. Like, no one is killing them. No one is even going to damage them.
It was clear that the Separatists were losing rapidly. The son was furious. He didn't.
Thing is though, are Separatists going to think they're Jedi? Probably. They probably will.
Want to sit around and watch the dark side fall, let alone help the light defeat the dark. He felt like he was betraying his people. Nevertheless, the daughter and father worked tirelessly with the Republic.
Though, because the son, is the dark side, so we can't really do much against his father.
To ensure they achieve victory in the war. As for Palpatine, he couldn't understand what was happening. He had never heard of the Mortis gods, even looking through all of Plagueis' old
Palpatine is not doing anything against him either way. Like, he is incredibly powerful, but he has no chance to stop them.
Records and Sith texts, there was never any mention of these gods.
So Plagueis the Wise did not even know about them.
They were a ghost story, but the results spoke for themselves. They single-handedly changed every battle they touched, making it virtually impossible for the Separatists to win on their own. He knew that he couldn't have made such an impact on the battle, which means they are more powerful than him. He scrambled as he attempted to amend the grand plan to still destroy the Jedi and take over for the galaxy. As for the son, he wept at night. As each day passed,
maybe the son is gonna go to the Sith and help them. That would be interesting, since the father and the sister or the daughter are helping the Jedi, so maybe he goes to Palpatine or something.
Felt himself grow weaker with each light side
victory. How would he know? Because it's not like he knows that Palpatine is a Sith, right? Doesn't know who is the Sith, does he?
He decided that it was time he intervened for himself. The following battle on Christophsis, the daughter and father used their immense power to destroy the Separatist forces, and when all hope seemed lost for the Separatist, the son betrays the father. He reveals the Mortis dagger, a weapon created for their ethereal sanctuary with the power to destroy the ones. Digging the blade into his father's chest, he cries out in pain. The father is dead. The daughter screams in hatred as she rushes to her father. The dark side rises into the air, calling for all remaining droids to attack at once. They use all of their power and overwhelm the Republic forces, causing the Separatists to win the battle.
It's still though, equal, because the daughter and the son are equally powerful, right? I think so.
Of Christophsis. From here, the son would go to the Separatist leaders at the council and explain that he is joining them. They welcomed him with open arms, having witnessed his power capabilities in recent weeks. Sidious would also meet with him personally, and from the moment he spoke to the One, it was clear to the Sith Lord that he was speaking to the god of the dark side, the most powerful dark side entity in existence. He had to tread carefully. But Sidious also knew that he could use this to his advantage.
But the son wouldn't betray him though, because he, wants the dark side to thrive, and he kills Sith Lords, then that's really contradicting that.
The daughter would inform the Jedi and Senate of the father's death, which made everyone extremely concerned. The fighting would continue, and battles across the galaxy would rage on.
Very bad.
The war became more balanced now, as the daughter and son fought. They were personifications of light and dark, the most powerful force entities in the galaxy. As the daughter fought on Ryloth, the son, alongside the Separatists, invade Corellia, where the son single-handedly
that's bad, because Corellia produces the Star Destroyers.
With the Republic troops there. It was a massacre, and the worst loss to date for the Republic. The Council and Senate become very worried, and know that something must be done to change this. The Force deities were disrupting the balance of the Force, and they held too much power for one individual. That night, as the Chosen One, Anakin Skywalker, sleeps, he is hit with a vision. In this vision, he is visited by the deceased father. They walk through the mystical realm, which Anakin believes is Mortis. The father apologizes to Anakin that they didn't have time to speak whilst he was in the living realm. He had hoped to speak to the boy
Is he a
sooner.
Force ghost now?
Anakin was confused and asked what was happening. The father tells him that he is the chosen one, and only he has the power to control the strength of the Mortis gods.
Oh yeah.
He must learn with
This makes because in the Clone Wars he wanted Anakin to become the new father, I guess, because he is the chosen one. He has the power to control the son and the daughter. So, is he gonna take that? Because Anakin didn't want to sit on Mortis his whole life and just sit there,
the daughter how to control his powers and then stop the son. It is the only way. The following day, Anakin would tell the council about his vision. The council weren't surprised by this. I mean, it makes sense. He is the chosen one and he can bring balance to the Force. They summon the daughter back from Ryloth, where she and Anakin begin to train. The daughter was wise. She had been alive for thousands of years and knew everything about the Force.
Yeah, I mean,
she was a good teacher, and together, the two made a strong connection. Through meditative techniques and deeper introspection, she guides Anakin into understanding the nuances of each side of the Force, enabling him to wield his power without succumbing to its corruption. She demonstrates the understanding between strength and
Palpatine is not turning him this time.
Restraint, urging Anakin to master his emotions and instincts. The daughter also instructs him on how to influence and temper the volatile nature of the son. Together, they are able to figure out how to use his power to make the power of the ones submit. This was something only the father could do. Every day, Anakin practiced his powers with the daughter, and over time, despite her attacking him with full power, he was able to use the Force to make her bend on her knees.
Even without training, when Anakin, I remember when they were in Mortis, or on Mortis, on Mortis, in the Clone Wars, he literally subdued both the son and the daughter at the same time. So, and now he's with training.
Submit to him. Essentially, she was preparing Anakin to take on the role of the father, who embodies balance and wisdom, and most importantly, can govern both her and...
Does that mean Anakin's become a god and live thousands of years? That doesn't make sense. I don't know.
And the son's Force powers. This rigorous training aims to equip Anakin with the necessary skills to fulfill his destiny. And finally, he is ready. As for Palpatine, after seeing the devastation that the son committed on Corellia, Sidious believed that he didn't need to turn Anakin over to the dark side.
Yeah, he does
the
not.
son was all he required to take over.
But Anakin is still the chosen one, and yeah, he's been training.
The Jedi Order. But also, he knew that Anakin had been having lessons with the daughter, making him stronger.
That is the problem. Palpatine knows about that because, he's kind of the Chancellor.
But creating a far stronger tether to the light side of the Force, making it virtually impossible to turn him to the dark side. The chaos of the Ones led to even more disruption in the eyes of the Republic. In the original timeline, they were fed up with the war, and felt like the Jedi had become soldiers. But now, this is 10 times worse. The war resulted in billions more casualties, entire planets would be destroyed, and power was being wielded on a scale never seen before. Because of this, Palpatine knew that it was time to execute the final stage of his plan. Count Dooku and the son secretly arrive on Coruscant, with the Sith Lord execute.
Are they gonna join the Purge of... Oh, shit.
Order 66. While Sidious and Dooku took the clones to the temple, the son would duel the daughter. The Sith reached the temple and commit absolute chaos. The Jedi were caught off guard.
Sidious and Dooku are at the temple. Oh, nah. Oh, the Jedi are so screwed.
Clones tore through them with no mercy for Jedi life. It was a massacre. However, as Sidious and Dooku arrived, they could see Yoda, Windu, and Kenobi in the distance. They marched towards them.
Yoda, Windu, Kenobi versus Dooku and Palpatine. Yoda can beat Palpatine, right? He can beat him unless Palpatine runs away. So I guess stalemate, you could say. And, Mace, Windu, Kenobi together can beat Dooku. So this is in the favor of the Jedi, this fight.
As for the Mortis gods, Anakin remained with the daughter. They would fight the son together. They met in the Senate chamber. The Son's dark side
Oh, so the Son is screwed.
presence could be felt the minute he entered the arena. This was the first proper time that the daughter had seen him face to face alone since their father's death. She asked why he did it. All their father wanted was to protect the
Because he's the god of the dark side. He's, evil.
galaxy. The Son laughed, replying that he wants to destroy the galaxy. Tears rushed down her face as a fierce battle raged as Anakin and the
What did she expect? That's the point of his existence, so.
daughter confronted the Son. Skywalker ignites his lightsaber, but the one's dueled with Force abilities, flying throughout the air as a griffin and bat. The fighting was relentless, and Anakin struggled to keep up. Despite their combined efforts, the Son's overwhelming power soon became evident. Anakin, struggling against the Son's relentless assault, was blasted with searing red lightning and hurled across the arena.
Man, you gotta focus.
As Anakin lay weakened, the daughter fought valiantly against the Son, her light clashing fiercely with his darkness, but his relentless attacks began to wear her down. As they exchanged blows, the Son's power...
both the Son and the daughter are gonna die.
Surged, and with a devastating strike, he knocked the daughter to the ground, leaving her defenseless. The Son, triumphant, stood over her with the Mortis dagger, ready to deliver the fatal blow and secure his position as the most powerful Force entity in the galaxy. His victory seemed assured. But in a desperate moment, Anakin got back to his feet and unleashed his formidable connection to the Force, channeling the raw power of the Chosen One. For months he had been training for this very moment. If he succeeded, the galaxy would be saved. But if he failed, it would be thrusted into evil. With a light side scream, he exerted his will over the Son, overpowering the ancient entity with unparalleled strength and innate balance.
There's no way the Son was ever gonna win this duel.
The Son, realizing Anakin's true might, fought with every fiber of his body to get away from Anakin's grip, but ultimately, it was too much and he submitted to him. Anakin and the daughter had beaten him. The daughter apologizes to Anakin for all the carnage they have caused. Their power shouldn't be released to the galaxy. They belong in Mortis, where they can't cause this level of damage.
Now here's the thing, Anakin does not want to go to Mortis and sit there for thousands of years. I mean, Padme, that's just one word. I mean, he's a simp for Padme, he's not leaving her.
Again. The daughter uses her power, and together, they both disappear, returning to their domain on Mortis.
How is that gonna work, though? How is the Son and the daughter, without anyone over them, gonna be in Mortis? I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's a mystery. We don't really gotta know because it's a mystery, once again, so...
Anakin rushes to the Jedi Temple to help defend against the Separatists. As he arrives, he witnesses carnage on a level never seen before. He controls his emotions, using his senses to find the remaining council members.
This is good that he got that training because if, normally he's like a man-child, so...
As he enters the Great Hall, he sees Dooku, Plo Koon, Ki-Adi-Mundi, Kit Fisto, and many other council members dead. All that remained were Sidious...
Dooku's dead and many other council members. Interesting. Plo Koon is dead? Oh, shit.
Against Yoda, Windu, and Kenobi. Streaks of sapphire lightning could be seen from hundreds of meters away as Anakin ran at full sprint towards them. When Anakin arrives, he tells the Dark Lord that the Son is gone. He is all...
Now here's the thing. They don't even know it's Palpatine yet. They don't even know that Sidious is Palpatine yet. That's the most interesting thing.
Alone now. Sidious spits in fury as he blasts lightning and throws his blade around the room.
Oh, shit.
He calls for more clones to help him as they fire at the Jedi. But Kenobi briefly departs and begins to fight, blocking their blaster fire, and around 100 approach. Anakin, Windu, and Yoda unite against Sidious, and
Sidious has no chance here at all.
Combined strength was far too great for the Sith. Anakin had grown significantly stronger in recent months from his tutelage from the daughter. He was truly the chosen one, and he presses his attacks forward and strikes at the Sith Lord. Kenobi and any remaining Jedi in the temple defend against the remaining clones and successfully thwart Order 66.
Nice, but
they had
how many
won.
Jedi died?
As Anakin struck down the Sith Lord, the Jedi remove his hood to reveal Chancellor Palpatine. Yoda stoically lowers his head as Windu grapples with his emotions, calming himself. In the end, the Republic had won. They moved to elect a new Chancellor and begin the stage of rebuilding after the war. The Separatist Council surrendered after learning that Dooku, Sidious, and the Sun were all gone. There was no hope for them now. As for the Jedi, they were reduced to 25% of their original size.
Wait, how much?
As for the Jedi, they were reduced to 25% of their original size.
So, oh my god, they were about 7,500 Jedi died and there's now 2,500 left. God damn.
But nevertheless, they would work hard to rebuild. Anakin was congratulated for his role in saving them from the Ones, as he assured them that they will never return again. Anakin would be granted the rank of Master, becoming the youngest Master in the Order's history at 21 years old.
Wow.
This was a special time for him.
Impressive.
Just over a year later, he and Padme would welcome twins, and they would be able to keep their marriage hidden from the Council. Everything had returned to normal, and the galaxy was finally at peace.
Wow.
Anakin Skywalker completed his destiny as the Chosen One,
Indeed, he did.
learning the power to control the Ones and becoming the most powerful Jedi of his era. Thank you guys for watching today's video.
Wow. Okay. So as I said in the beginning, we're gonna see what Fantasy Folklore has to offer. As you know, I haven't reacted to his What If in a while, and I haven't watched him in a while as well. And he delivered so good on this. Very, very good. And the thing that I love mostly is that this is a short What If, and yet in this short amount of time, he manages to deliver the whole story beautifully. I mean, the way he talks about it and tells the story is just absolutely beautiful. You know, good background music, good editing, all of that. So I love it, and I'm gonna have to give this a 9.5 out of 10. Not a 10, quite enough, just because, you know, 10 is an absolutely perfect What If, and there's always some improvement that, you know, people can do, I guess. But 9.5 out of 10, I am giving this What If. It's pretty much perfect. One thing I do miss, which doesn't make the What If better or worse, it's just I remember a few months ago, there was this particular music track he had in his videos, which I really loved, and I noticed that it's not in this video. But that does not quite matter. That's just my taste of music that I use in the videos, but it doesn't make the video worse or better. Either way, 9.5 out of 10. Fantasy Folklore, good job on this, and from now on, I'm going to react to more of your What Ifs, as this was very good. I'm very impressed. I loved it. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys would rate this What If out of 10, if you agree with my rating of 9.5 out of 10, or if you don't, and why. So yeah, that's it.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this reaction, make sure to subscribe to Fantasy Folklore for more awesome What If content. And do not forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and turn on those notifications so you never miss an upload. Remember, a new Star Wars What If reaction drops every single day. Join our Discord server, the link is in the description. Also, if you want to support the channel and get exclusive perks, consider joining our Patreon. Huge thank you to all our amazing patrons for your support. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this video, so drop a comment with your feedback or let me know which What If I should react to next. Thanks again for watching. This is the way. May the Force be with you. Until then, I will see you next time.
Hey, you didn't watch it? Well, check out this video on the left side of the screen, which is specifically recommended for you, or check out the playlist on the right of the screen, which contains similar videos to this one, made by me, of course. Hey, remember, subscribe.